Man, what's up, y'all, man? Welcome back to Really Uncensored Talk, man. This is your boy K Rock, and of course, I'm back with another one. Now, listen, check this out, man. Now, before I get started, man, this is what I want to talk to y'all about. I am calling out the NFL. Like, I'm so dead serious. I'm calling out the NFL on this bullshit. With this whole recent situation involving Jon Gruden and him stepping down as the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders due to a bunch of very derogatory emails. I'm just gonna leave it at derogatory. I ain't gonna go into details. Most of y'all have probably already done seen the reports on all the sports media shows and channels and stuff. The reason why I'm calling out the NFL is because there's obviously something bigger than just Jon Gruden using derogatory comments and statements in the emails that he sent to I guess a former black I think a former black GM. I ain't going into details like most people like they like to research and make sure they got everything on straight. Like for me, I've been seeing the reports like all over YouTube and all over ESPN.com and some of these other sports news sites and the smaller media sites. They've all been reporting about the situation. But I'm going to quote Shannon Sharp from the Fox show Undisputed. He basically said that conversations like the one that Jon Gruden had with emails and stuff. He was basically alluding to the fact that this not only was going on with Jon Gruden, but this has probably been going on for a long time, and for the NFL to treat the situation as if we're making an example out of this guy because we don't tolerate this. No, y'all were gonna let this slide. I 100% believe that had only that one email gotten out, they were gonna let Jon Gruden continue to coach. He was gonna continue to be the coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, and it just goes to show you, like, if owners and GMs and stuff are willing to hide things like this from the public, just imagine what else they're hiding from the people. If I'm going out on a limb to honestly say that Jon Gruden is not the only person or is not the only white male in around his generation, in his age group gap, or some maybe older or younger, who knows. But I don't believe that he's the only white male that talks in that kind of way in the NFL. I believe that there are common conversations amongst, white people like him in the NFL, such as Mark Davis and some others, that they have these conversations on the normal. And another thing that Shannon alluded to, like, friendship wise, like, I'm the same way. Like, I'm black. Like, let's be honest, I'm black, y'all. When I talk to my homeboys, what I'm saying, we use the N-word, stuff like that. And to be honest, even when I talk to homeboys that don't like to use the N-word, I still use the N-word. But they understand, like, for me, it's like they understand my generation and where it comes from. But white people, y'all have to be careful with how y'all use certain words or how y'all refer to black people, because you automatically know, because of the history behind our two races, a lot of stuff that y'all say is automatically going to be defensive. And yes, I understand that there's some things that black people say that might be offensive to white people. Like, I've heard white people complain about being called a cracker, which I don't understand. Which, for me, the only time I used the word cracker or pig was in terms of calling that towards a cop, or me hearing someone call a cop a cracker or a pig. Yeah, I've heard black people say white people are pigs, but I think this is a situation where, like, white people needed to have something to say, oh, well, you call us offensive things too, which I I don't even really get where the term cracker come from. So if somebody can enlighten me on that, please do. From my understanding, a cracker is a stale chip or some shit like that. You feel me? Like something that you eat. Yeah, that's my understanding of it. But anyway, back to this discussion. I believe that the NFL needs to be held 100% accountable, and I love that the NFLPA, the NFL Players Association, I love how they actually I think they're trying to get some more emails, you know, brought out, because I do believe that there are a lot of emails. There's not just emails. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of stuff that NFL has covered up over the years. But now it's the time you guys need to right your wrongs, you know. And like Shannon Sharp said, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like a lot of sports reporters said, or, you know, sports analysts, they've said this is just the tip of the iceberg. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's obviously something deeper going on, you know, once you start traveling deeper down into the iceberg, into the glacier. It's time. It's time for all those guys that's been using racial remarks and stuff like that, you know, indecent racial remarks and things like that. It's time for you guys to be held accountable. The NFL, you guys need to stop hiding these guys from the public. These people need to know who these people truly are. You get what I'm saying? Because like me, I'm at work. When I'm at work, I put on a front like most people do. And let's just be honest, let's keep it real. I put on a front just like everybody else do. When I go to work, I got this facade. I got the super facade. It's professional. You know, it's, you know, I don't act a certain way at work. You know, like I try to keep everything professional. So, you know, in terms of like what other people will see, they'll say like I don't understand why people say act white. I act white at work, I guess. Me, I'm professional. But when I'm home, like around my family, around my friends, I'm a whole entirely different person. You know, and that goes to show that, you know, we all put on some sort of front. You know, whether we're going to work or going out somewhere, hanging out with certain people, we put on a certain type of front. But you know, I believe that a lot of these white guys in the NFL, like some of these owners and stuff, you know, some of these GMs, some of these guys that are longtime friends, you are who you associate with. So if you got a couple of friends that you've been close with for years, and then some shit come out like, oh, you know, this guy's using racial remarks and stuff, you're a part of that too. You're a part of that too. Because I don't give a damn. You're not finna know anybody for like, let's say 10 plus years and not know the true side of them. Like there's friends that I've known since we were children that they act a certain way in front of certain people, but when we're alone or, you know, hanging out at my house or hanging out at their house, their true self come out. And I think that's what's going on. I think the NFL has hid a lot of this stuff for years. But now it's come on. It's time. It's time for people to know not only who the people are that they go out and they see the games that they go watch on TV and stuff. We want to see who these owners are. Because I tell you what, if I was to find out that and by the way, Denver Broncos is my favorite team. If I was to find out anything misleading about Vic Fangio or John Elway or even the owner of the Denver Broncos, which I forgot his name, I probably wouldn't even watch that team anymore. To be honest, and I'm from Florida, but I probably wouldn't watch that team anymore. And that's just what it is. Like I refuse to support an organization that not only, you know, takes part in things like this, but will do whatever they can to try to cover things up. That's just wrong. Like, you know, like if something comes out like about a black guy, don't nobody try to cover that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody be quick to cover that up. They be quick to jump on the story and be quick to put that person on blast, and then be quick to have everybody against that man. But when it comes to a white person, though, you see, case in point, Jon Gruden. Jon Gruden already knew he sent out multiple derogatory emails over a 7-year span. But you open all these black people faces, you know, kiki, la la, and uplift them and all this other stuff. But in all actuality, when them emails came out, it made you look like a totally different person than what you were, than the person that you was trying to portray yourself as. But, you know, at the end of the day, man, it's not about just Jon Gruden. It's about all the closet racists that are getting away with, you know, saying what they want the people and stuff like that, and then not being held accountable for it. You know, like I just don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Help me out here. You feel me? Like help me understand like what I'm not seeing the bigger picture. Because the only thing I see is I see a white man who was literally this close to keeping his job. You feel me? That's how much your boy Mark Davis tried to keep things up under wraps. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's not fair. It's not right. It's not right in any situation like that, you know. And as far as like giving people second chances and stuff like that, I'm a firm believer in that. You feel me? Like, I ain't gonna condemn the dude forever. I'm not gonna condemn Jon Gruden forever. But at the same time, would I allow him to coach back in the NFL again? Hell to the no. Considering that most of the players in the NFL are black, hell no. I wouldn't even try y'all like that. You feel me? But that's all I got to say on the matter, man. Listen, let me know what you guys think, man. I really want to get y'all response and y'all comments on this situation, bro. Let me know what y'all think about it. If there's like any extra information, or if you know of any other NFL execs or GMs or anything that's hot and stuff like this, and you guys want to get it out, listen, I'd be more than happy to dispose it. Now, don't give me no fake news. Now, you feel me? I'm not a fan of fake news, but any topic that you feel like you might be scared to talk about or bring to the light or to somebody's attention, man, remember, follow me on Instagram and, you know, hit me up on Facebook. I'm more than happy to take anyone's, you know, ideas, comments, anything. You want to do anything extra, just let me know, okay? But once again, man, I love you guys and I appreciate you guys tuning in, and you guys have a good one.